I see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell a trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gon' murder that.
Good guys, Die Hard Knicks podcast in the building. It's your boy Die Eru. We're gonna be talking some Knicks today, man. Minutes police in full effect, man. So I got a lot of opinions about this whole thing here because you're not gonna freaking con me into thinking something else, because I feel like the whole fan base got conned into this whole minutes police thing that is non-existent, and that the players want to play minutes and stuff like that and whatever. I mean, Tom Thibodeau was something else, man. Like, just because Tom Thibodeau's name has that name ringing, you know what I'm saying, that name recognition, that everything that he says is absolutely correct. And if you do anything outside of say anything outside of what he's doing, it's like you're an asshole, you know. And I just can't deal with it anymore, man. So this is the Die Hard Knicks podcast. You know how I give it up. Before I do so, let's talk about the Giants real quick. The offseason is in full effect right now, so we can sign players and stuff, tentative deals, you know, right at the moment. We got a quarterback, but this is our third string quarterback, Danny DeVito. They like him, you know, the franchise likes him around, you know, I guess the family and stuff like that, or just to have him, you know, maybe the team likes him, you know, as far as the players and stuff. So they brought him back. This guy, you know, if he's playing, that means that the whole bottom fell out, you know what I'm saying? So you do need three quarterbacks, you know, just in case, you know, guys get hurt all the time and stuff, man. So especially if we're expecting to get a rookie quarterback coming in here, and then also another veteran quarterback coming in here. So you need kind of like that insurance policy just in case the rookie gets hurt, or just in case the veteran gets hurt, man. So, you know, good to see Danny DeVito here. But outside of that, you know, we ended up getting the kicker, Jamie and Jillian, who's a madman with the hair and stuff like that. You know, so he's a fan favorite. Chris Manhertz is back also. So just want a couple things here. You got Paulson Adebo. You know, so he's a cornerback, one of the best cornerbacks on the market. Of course, he was hurt. A lot of these guys in the free agency market with NFL have been hurt. Talk about Will Fries. I wanted to get Will Fries for the Giants, but I think he broke his leg or something like that. So I mean, a lot of people done broke something in this offseason, man. But you know, football is crazy. It's different than basketball. Just to scroll through here, man, just to make a point. The Giants have definitely tried to you know, help out certain places that's been in trouble, like the defensive line. One of the first signings was defensive line. You know, one of the first signings was a cornerback. I think the first signing was a cornerback. Keep scrolling through here. Slayton came back. You know, just bring somebody in here that the franchise loves, the players love. Also the neighbors gave him a rounding endorsement. Also, shout out to James Hudson. James Hudson is a offensive tackle, just to give the Giants some extra bodies out there, you know, for practice purposes and stuff. Chris Board is another guy that's going to be out there just you know, to have out there for depth purposes and stuff. He might not make the team, just kind of sign them, you know, just to have him you know, with the crew. Shout out to Chauncey Goldston though. You know, this guy might actually help out on the defensive end. So he kind of solidifies the defense for the Giants, or at least on the defensive line. So we have a very formidable defensive line as far as the Giants is concerned. Keep scrolling. They ended up getting Javon Holland, who's a big time safety. A lot of people saying he's probably like the best prospect on the board. Also the cornerback too. The two of the best prospects on the board they took and added to this defense here. So three holes were filled by the Giants as far as defense and stuff. So I'm making this point because like New Yorkers are fucking fickle, man. You guys are fickle. Like I said, you believe everything that Tom Thibodeau says. Not you, because if you're watching this channel, then you don't. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of fans they believe anything that Tom Thibodeau says, and a lot of fans hate everything that the Giants do. Everything the Giants do, even if it's good, is bad. So I just been watching the timeline. There's a lot of good things to talk about with the Giants, but fans would rather just focus on the fact that we don't have a quarterback. Yeah, we don't have a quarterback. Yeah, we got Danny DeVito though. You know what I'm saying? And we will have a quarterback probably next week. We have to figure, guys, got to take their time to sign. They don't have to sign right away. And if the Giants don't sign somebody right away, does that make the Giants a bad team? It just means that that people are human and they need time to figure out what they want to do for the next few weeks, months, years. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with jobs. Like if you have a job that you're allowed to pick a location and stuff like that, you don't want to pick a location that you don't need that you're not in love with. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be stuck there for X amount of time. Like for me, for instance, my day job, we pick every 6 months. So if you pick a spot and you don't like it and you're there for 6 months, what the hell are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What the hell are you gonna do? Giants also got a third round pick as well. There's a lot of good stuff to talk about, man. Right now we're waiting for a quarterback, so you just have to wait. And that is what it is. So as far as the Knicks, we can't wait anymore. So I've been waiting all year for the Knicks to figure this out, figure out how they're going to build this team. You know what I'm saying? But they seem to have figured out, I guess, where they want to move the MSG, maybe across the street. So this is a new proposed move that's going to send MSG across the street. So I see they're going to put a park there and all this. MSG needed a park years ago, a place where fans can come and congregate, where they can have like, movies in the park and that type of thing. It needs to be right there, in the biggest tourist place there. Penn Station is there. They need to have something there that's better. There's and they can put in better use than just drug addicts, because there's drug addicts all over the place down there. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as they put shovel to dirt, it's probably going to change downtown forever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all for it. If they're going to move MSG across the street, make sure that they fix the infrastructure around, because MSG is not for nothing. Like I got to say, if you ever drove down there and try to find parking or just walk down there, period, with your family and stuff like that, it's not the best place to be. We're supposed to be in New York City, the city that never sleeps and the best city in the world, right? According to a lot of people, a bunch of more lies, more lies that people just believe, here in New York, and nobody else believes it. And people come visit New York and they're like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? You know what I'm saying? So it's weird, man. But let's keep it moving here. Let's talk about what we came to talk about here. Did anybody read the newspaper? So here goes the New York Post posting their back page. Again, does anybody read the newspaper? Nobody reads the fucking newspaper, man. I haven't seen a newspaper at my job, my day job, in years. You know what I'm saying? Nobody reads the newspaper. But the back page still exists here. He goes, wait a minute. So I'm saying that because that's what this is. This whole story is a back page story. Shout out to Stephen Bondi. I have Stephen Bondi blocked on my Twitter, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have quite a few writers blocked on my Twitter because I don't want to see this stuff. This stuff here is good for content for me. You know what I'm saying? It's something to talk about, but it's not something to talk about just to talk about. This is a subject we've been arguing about with fans, and not just regular fans, just like the super fans, quote unquote, like myself and people that call themselves content creators and stuff like that. This is a major conversation here. The minutes are conversation. So apparently on the surface, Mikal Bridges comes out and says that he wants a break. That he thinks that Tom Thibodeau needs to utilize the team better and give the starters a break. So this is through context, whatever. You see the back page now. Fans don't do research. People in general don't do research. You know what I'm saying? So all they will see is a back page thing, or they'll see a headline and they'll just run with it, right? So just to give it context, there is context out there. So today in social media, you can actually watch a video. So, I'm making sure I turn this sound down here. So this is on Stephen Bondi here on the right hand side. They're talking about it, whatever. So he's talking about the quote. So it happened to be something that he asked Mikal Bridges, and Mikal Bridges gave him an answer, right? But if you scroll through here and listen to the whole conversation, of course, at the end, he says in context, he asks Mikal Bridges something. Mikal Bridges didn't just say something, didn't just make the statement, just because to make it. Stephen Bondi admitted in this interview that you can get on the New York Post Twitter page. he said that he asked Mikal a question, and that was the answer that Mikal gave him. So Mikal didn't just bust out and start trouble. Bondi's the one starting this trouble. So he asked Mikal Bridges a question. Mikal Bridges answered it, and then Bondi puts it on the back page. Old school back page stuff here, just to mix it up or whatever. So just to add insult to injury, right? Make sure I turn this off. To add insult to injury, here goes the other beat writers. They're talking to Tibbs. They asked Tibbs about these comments and stuff. So he said we never had a conversation about it. So this is something that Stephen Bonnie asked Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges gave him an answer, gave him a maybe he didn't think about it, or maybe it was more to it or whatever, more to the question. But this is what Stephen Bonnie puts out there. And now you got to ask Tom Thibodeau, and then Tom Thibodeau said, well, he never talked to me about it. And how does that look? So me personally, that would piss me off. That would piss me off because first of all, I'm talking to you, and then somehow it gets to another person, and now everybody's talking about it, and I didn't even get a chance to say nothing to whatever, and maybe to me it's not even that serious. It's not that serious, but you made it into a bigger thing. That would make me upset. That would make me really upset. That's one that I deal with that at work all the time. My day job. I'm quite sure you guys do too. Stuff happens at work, and you might say something to a coworker, but you saying it within the context of what's happening. It's not like you're really talking about something or talking about a person or anything like that. But then that word gets off to somebody else, and then next thing you know, everybody's talking about it. Yo, Eru, what's up with that thing you were saying? I heard you was telling who you heard from what? And now the person's coming to yo, man. I don't appreciate you talking about me or whatever. Now it's a thing. Now it's a thing. So this is dangerous stuff here, man. I know it's reporting. The reporters have an obligation to make their reports and stuff, but at the same time too, man, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying. But he said they never had a conversation about it. The facts are the facts. He said Jalen is the 20th or 21st in average minutes. Cat is below that. So Tom Thibodeau already did his own research on this. The question just popped out of nowhere, but he has facts already, facts and stats already. So like you said, they're two-star players, 20th in minutes, and the other one is lower than that. And then he says your wings play more. They're matched up against primary players. Now, I don't know what part of basketball that is. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to wing players and the wing players that's going to be guarding like star players, this is what they're saying. You're gonna be matched up against the primary players. John Starks back in the days used to match up with Jordan one-on-one. But you gotta put other people on him because you're gonna tire out John Starks. John Starks can't take all 45 points that Jordan's gonna give him. Somebody else is gonna have to guard him. You can't expect that John Starks to shoot 6 for 10 for 3 for the evening and get dunks and all this and guard Jordan for 40 minutes, and get all 45 of those points that Jordan's gonna put on him. You cannot expect that. So Mikal Bridges, it's not fair for those guys to be asked to guard the other team's best players, for 40 minutes. And then now you still going to get mad at them. They can't score 30 on the other end, so, it's crazy. And you're putting a lot of pressure on these guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not basketball to me. Like it's almost like, I hate to use it and I won't. You know what I'm saying? So you guys get where I'm going to go with that. A lot of these NBA basketballers like to throw these words out of there, but it is kind of too much, man. Like these guys need not necessarily a break, but sometimes they say like just to bring John Starks up again. John Starks in the finals. He had a horrible game 7. Like 0 for whatever, 11. 2 for whatever it was. 2 for 17, whatever the numbers were for that. Pat Riley should have took him out, fam. Take John Starks out for 5 of those minutes, or let John Starks see somebody else play, root some switch. You switch the energy, cheer for somebody else. Maybe Rolando Blackman will come in for 5 minutes, and then like maybe play well. And then now you got John Starks swinging the towel for Rolando Blackman. So now when you put Starks back in, now Starks has a different mode now. Now you got a chance to get that out of his system, maybe cheer a little bit, and then maybe change the energy. That's important. That is the only point of a coach. Because if you're gonna play guys 40 minutes, what the fuck you need a coach for? What you need a coach for if you're gonna have guys out there playing 40 something minutes, what is going on here? That means you're not coaching, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like every player wants to play every minute. I remember being in tournaments and I get mad if the coach is taking me, what you taking me out for? You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting rolling. You know what I'm saying? But the coach is coaching the game. The coach sees the game. You know what I'm saying? So the coach will take you out, because there's something going on in the game that you don't see. You know what I'm saying? So if the coach is to the point where he has to play guys 40 minutes because he doesn't trust the other guys that he has on the roster, then what are we doing here? What is the coach doing? The coach is just basically burning out all of his good players. And then when they go down, now all of a sudden, now I got to play another guy. And then sometimes Tom Thibodeau don't even do that. He don't even play the other guy. That means that the guys that are left, now all you guys got to play 40 something minutes. That's not right, man. So Tom Thibodeau is not even to the point that Tom Thibodeau needs to change it. It's over for me. It's over for Tom Thibodeau right now, in my opinion. Because I don't think we will ever get better with this guy. Leon Rose played himself. Leon Rose went and got Mikal Bridges. He made the trade for Cat and stuff like that. Now we're sitting here stuck. He's not going to play the other guys. Tom Thibodeau's not going to play the other guys. So now Leon Rose played himself, really. Trusting that Tom Thibodeau's going to do his job or whatever. Tom Thibodeau's, technically is doing his job. He's doing what he's been doing his entire career. So you should know that by now. So I think that we are at the end of the road when it comes to Tom Thibodeau. He might be a good coach or whatever, whatever you think. There's a lot of good things that he does bring to the table. He brought legitimacy to the Knicks. But right now, man, if we're going to get to the next level, we cannot rock with Tom Thibodeau the rest of to get to the championship, because our guys are fighting for their lives to win regular season games. Now here we are towards the end of the season, and what the guys are going to be burnt out. Now you expect them to what, they never going to come out when the playoffs start? It's just going to be 5. They're going to play 48 minutes for every single game. He's not even going to go to the bench. What's happening? Guys like Precious, are getting DNPs right now because Mitchell Robinson is healthy. We have players. Shaman is not so good that DeLon Wright can't get minutes, friend. What is Shaman doing out there that's so good that you can't warrant to give somebody else some minutes? Cameron Payne and Deuce McBride are the ones that should get the majority of the guard minutes. Precious should not get a DNP ever. We're a team that lacks rebounding. We lack defense and lack toughness. Precious needs to play. So whatever Tom Thibodeau is doing is not the right thing. It's just not it. So just to add to that, a guy like Steve Popper, another guy that's been around, beat writer, been around New York sports and stuff like that. The Menace Police argument is often not rooted in fact. So that means that he's on Knicks Twitter loving the arguments going on Knicks Twitter. The Knicks rarely endure the grueling practices teams used to. So that's not a good enough excuse. In professional basketball, you shouldn't have to practice. You shouldn't have to have grueling practices and stuff, because you're a professional. High school kids have grueling practices. College kids have grueling practices because they're amateurs. Amateurs don't know what they're doing. They need to learn. That's why a lot of guys need to stay in college for a little while, so they can get that college coaching and stuff. When you get to the pros, you don't need to have grueling practices. You don't need to practice layups. You don't need to practice defense, how to play basic defense. You're a professional. You already have a scheme of what you want to do. You did that in training camp. So you don't need to have training camp every off day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to have a nice practice just to get things going or whatever, but you don't need that every night. You're a professional basketball player. So something's missing here. So anyway, he said, but even the NBA minutes leader, Mikal Bridges, believes the Knicks minutes can be cut. Absolutely. I'll bring up the point again with John Starks back in the days. He went 2 for 17, whatever it is that he went in the finals that year. Maybe sit him for 2 minutes and let him watch Rolando Blackman run up and down the court for a little while. Maybe Rolando Blackman came out there and be energized because he's in the NBA finals. First time ever, playing with Derek Harper, his former teammate in Dallas. Maybe Rolando Blackman comes out there and makes a nice defensive play or hits a wide open jump shot or something like that. And John Starks on the bench, that maybe that might get him going. And then next thing you know, Pat Riley could see it. Yo, John Starks look like he might got it again. Yo, John, get back in there. John takes his jersey off. Now John's ready to get at it now. And now maybe he doesn't go 2 for 17. Maybe he had the bad shooting part, but maybe watching Rolando Blackman for 2 minutes might change the energy a little bit, guys. You know, that's all Mikal Bridges needs. He needs somebody else to cheer for a little bit so he can get his shit off. Let me see Shamit get a nice little baseline dunk or something like that. Let me see Shamit get a wide open 3-point shot. Or let me see Deuce get that baseline dunk or that big defensive play or something like that. Let me see these guys go get at it. Then when I come in there, yeah, now I'm ready. I watched my guys get it. Now let me get some too now. But if you have that constant stress where you're not going to come out the game, and I'm having a bad game right now, like you're not all of a sudden going to have a good game towards the end. That's just not how basketball works, man. We're not playing NBA 2K. We're not playing a video game. So it's just annoying. So another argument now, I see people laughing at people saying, "Oh, well, what about Cleveland and Boston?" Yeah, what about Cleveland and Boston? First of all, Cleveland, nobody plays over 31 minutes. Nobody plays over 31 minutes, and they're the best team in the East right now in the NBA, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't look just now. I just got the thing up here, but 31.3 minutes. That's what Donovan Mitchell plays. Donovan Mitchell still averages 24 points per game, but he only plays 31 minutes. How much would he get if he played for the Knicks? 24. He would probably be averaging 30 something points per game if he played for the Knicks under Tom Thibodeau. But he'd probably be out for the season. Because he would have been got blown already. He played all 60 games this year. Well, not all 60 games, but he played 60. Started all 60 of the games that he played. You know what I'm saying? Darius Garland is another one. He missed some games, yeah, but he only played 30 minutes per game, and he still is getting 21 and 6.7 assists out there. Only 30 minutes per game. Evan Mobley's another one, 30 minutes per game. He's got 18 and almost a double-double. This guy, Jarrett Allen, only playing 28 minutes per game, guys, and he has a double-double, 13 and 10. Look at some of the other players that they have. It's not anybody that's going to jump out at you, but Max Strus is out there. You got they traded for DeAndre Hunter. They gave their team help. They traded for help and got DeAndre Hunter that's averaging 18 points per game coming from Atlanta. Karis LeVert got traded. Dean Wade is on the roster. George's name got traded. Got Ty Jerome. Isaac Okoro still on the team. They have guys on the roster that they could bring out there and give them good minutes to give their guys a spell. The proof is in the pudding because their entire starting lineup, nobody's averaging more than 31 minutes per game. That's incredible, bro. You know what I'm saying? So people are gonna say that the Knicks bench is not as good as Cleveland's bench. Yeah, you might be right. DeAndre Hunter now makes their bench incredible. Adding an 18-point a game scorer. How come the Knicks couldn't do that? How come we couldn't put something together to get somebody off the bench to help us down the stretch? Leon Rose don't see that the Knicks are playing too many minutes. You don't see that Tom Thibodeau's playing guys 40+ minutes, to get these meaningless wins in the regular season. That he didn't think that we needed to get another player in the mix that Tom Thibodeau could trust. Cleveland has already got the best record in the NBA, and they think they needed to bolster their bench. So I really don't know. I really don't know what's going on here. Just to talk about the Celtics. Celtics won the championship. We all know this, right? But their bench. Let's take a look at their bench. All right, so they got guys like Peyton Pritchard. Guys. They got old man Al Horford. They got Sam Hauser. Who is he? Luke Cornett. Luke Cornett used to be a Knick. He was a throwaway player. Luke Cornett is a throwaway player. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the other guys they got on this team. They ended up signing Torrey Craig, a guy that the Knicks could have used. The Celtics are already one of the best teams, and they still went and got Torrey Craig. They still went and got Xavier Tillman, earlier in the season. They made moves to get better. To add pieces to the roster that they thought would make them better. To help them down the stretch and stuff. They went and got Kristaps, to get to the championship and all this. Kristaps is always hurt though, man. It is what it is with that. But I mean, who is Sam Hauser? Who is Luke Cornett? Who is Peyton Pritchard? Who are these guys? They're a bunch of nobodies. But somehow the Celtics got the most out of these guys. Got the most out of their players to trust them and get the most out of them. So how come the Knicks can't do that? This guy Peyton Pritchard is getting 28 minutes per game. Look at Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum, they're 36 and 35 as they should. Derek White 33, Drew Holiday 30 minutes per game. Kristaps only 28. You know, so I mean, this is what it should be. You know, our minutes should be the same for the Knicks. You know, just going down the line. You know, but they, like I said, are the Celtics bench that much better than ours? You mean Pritchard and Miles McBride? You know, they're not comparable. You know, who's Al Horford for Christ's sake? You know, Mitchell Robinson is back now. You know, so you can add Mitchell Robinson to this mix. Precious is decent. Luke Cornett and Sam Hauser. Those guys are world beaters. Those guys are like are they going to be picked first in the Sandlot? You know, if it came down to an NBA game, like who are they? You know. So anyway, take a look at the Knicks minutes real quick. Knicks are the third best team in the East, so it is what it is. I know the Knicks are about to play right now, guys. The game is starting at 10, so the game is actually starting right now. So, real quick about the Knicks roster. Let's taking a look at minutes again. Yo, we got 37, 37, 36, 35, 35. A lot of minutes there for our starters. You know what I'm saying? Off the bench, you got Miles McBride only 24 minutes. You know, Pritchard gets 28. Precious with 21 minutes per game. You know, the guys on the Celtics were getting way more than minutes than that. You know, Cameron Payne with 14. You know, Mitch Robinson, he's hurt, only 14. Andrew Shamus only averaging 11 minutes per game. You know what I'm saying? You know, so what are we doing? Like, why can't Cameron Payne play 20 minutes per game? You know, why can't Precious play a little bit more than 21 minutes per game? Why is he getting DMPs, bro? You know, so and plus we have plenty of talent down the line that we could have used periodically throughout the year and stuff like that to make ends meet for this team, but we just don't do that. You know, we put it on our starting lineup, and it's really not right. It's not fair. You know, to the credit of our team, you know, we have been playing. You know, the guys have been putting up good numbers. You know, Mikal Bridges 17 points per game. You know, Josh Hart 14 with 9 rebounds, 5 assists. You know, OG with 16 and 16 and I'll say 5, but it's 4.8. You know, Brunson with 26 per game. You know, Karl Anthony Towns with 24 per game with 13 rebounds. So the guys are putting up big time minutes. Big time stats and stuff still. You know what I'm saying? But too much pressure on this top 5 to do everything is just not right. You know, it's just not right. If we could taper some of this stuff down, they still can get these stats. You know, but just without the stress. You know, you basically could take like I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 minutes off of everybody's minutes here on this in the starting lineup. 3 to 5 minutes. You know, and that's that would be right on par with what Cleveland is doing. You know, we'll still be playing our starters more than the Cleveland starters are. You know what I'm saying? And we should be able to find minutes for other guys like Precious McBride, Cameron Payne. You know, I don't know, man. So it's very frustrating, man. But this is what the New York Post does. This is what Stephen Bonnie does. This is why I don't follow content like this. You know what I'm saying? Because you're starting trouble here at the end of the season. What purpose does it make to post this right now towards the end of the year now? What purpose does it make other than to start drama within the team? You know what I'm saying? So the New York media has been very guilty of that in the past, where there was no fire, all of a sudden they'll bring out some stuff, whispers in the locker room and all that stuff, right? Out of nowhere, that becomes a thing. And then what wasn't there now is there now all of a sudden. You know, because now the team is arguing behind the scenes now, and then you see things imploding, and then the newspapers and stuff get out again. Oh, see what happens? See, Leon Rose is on the hot seat. Oh, Tom Thibodeau's on the hot seat. You know, all these articles are written already. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a tough situation for the Knicks to be in right now. I know the Knicks are playing now, guys. So, I'm up. So I'll see if I'll do a halftime show. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, man, this minutes thing is annoying, man, and it's something that should have been taken care of in the beginning of the season. Like Moses Brown and this guy TJ Warren, all these guys should have been on the roster months ago, and then we could have made trades or cuts throughout the year and stuff like that, and build up a team better than what we have now. We have a team that can make the playoffs. You still got a playoff team, but we're not going nowhere, fam. We're not going anywhere. And it's unfortunate that Leon Rose did not combat Tom Thibodeau's bullshit. In the offseason, we're gonna have to figure it out because that window of opportunity for the Knicks is closing very, very fast. So with that being said, like I said, Brunson's gonna be 30 soon. Josh Hart's I believe is 30 now, or will be 30 next year. 29, 30. These guys are getting up there in age. How much longer can these guys play all these minutes, have all this responsibility, and have no help here? You know what I'm saying? Night in and night out. How can they survive? You know what I'm saying? So Knicks got to figure it out, man. But anyway, we play Portland tonight. I'm interested in certain players there, so I kind of want to get and watch the game. But you guys got to get out there and enjoy the game. Enjoy your Knicks too. But see things for what they are, in my opinion. See, my opinion, you got to take a look at this stuff, man. It's not about who has the best take, or I'm gonna dissect your take, or I'm gonna obliterate your take, like some dickheads say out there. I'm gonna obliterate your take. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lee S. Escovedo from Nick of Time Show. He said he was gonna obliterate my takes. Hey, bro, it happens to the best of us. He says shit like that. That's what all people care about right now is, I'm gonna obliterate your take. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? How about let's talk basketball? Let's get into what's really happening here. I don't want to get into a sparring match with people on the internet. But let's talk about what's happening with the team. You know what I'm saying? And what's happening with the team is real, and we're here and we're stuck in between it right now. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Die Hard Knicks podcast. Die Hard Eagles here. 4 fingers to the floor, tucking a thumb salute. Enjoy the game, guys. I might see you at halftime. We'll see what happens with that. But we up out of here. Peace.
Ebru is a beast.
Ebru, I see you. Die Hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard, homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell the trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gon' murder